Good morning. It's Daniel Stern from the Netivyah Bible Instruction Ministry, coming to you live from Jerusalem. I'm at the office. It's a few minutes past 11 in the morning here, and I'm sorry to have to say that the number of dead, the official number, has gone up to 350, and of course will probably continue rising. The wounded, the current official count is still at 1,860. The reason that I decided to make this short video is to say that it seems like the things are heating up in the northern front, in the Lebanese front. There's just a report of 6 artillery shells fired at the intelligence base, the IDF intelligence base in the Hermon mountain, which is of course critical to our eyes and ears in that northern region. So yeah, things are heating up. It's, of course Israel responded, but I'll be honest, I'm not so convinced that the responses are of value. We are still doing the incredibly stupid concept, which is called knocking on the roof, hakesh bagag, where we let people know before we bomb a building. The idea, of course, is to protect the innocent civilian population, but the disadvantage is that anyone that we would actually want to hit also gets warned. So it is incredibly retarded. We've been doing it for years. It's part of the reason that the government needs to do a judicial reform, because this is a military practice that's enforced upon the military by bureaucratic judicial officials. I'm not going to go into my whole thoughts on the judicial reform. That will wait for a different time. But that practice, even now, during war, is still in operation, which basically makes Israel's response to the situation a joke, unfortunately. And there's nothing funny about it. But anyways, so 1,860 wounded, 350 dead so far, dozens, 35 to 55 at last report, are prisoners in Gaza, including elderly and their caregivers, women, children, and everyone, soldiers. The lists are growing. The Israel police released a list of 30 policemen that were killed yesterday. But what can I say? I mean, I'm furious and angry about the fact that Israel's response is so lackluster. But on the other hand, it reminds me of an ancient sage's story in Judaism, which is about a man who is lighting a fire in his fireplace, and he sees a snake who just on a piece of wood that he put in the fire, and he reaches down to grab the snake, and the snake bites him, and he pulls his hand back, and then he reaches down again to grab the snake, and he lifts the log and throws it out of the fire. And people ask him, what in the world are you doing? Why, the snake bit you. Why did you reach down a second time for him? And his answer is simple. His answer is, it is the snake's nature to bite, and it's my nature to try to save him. So despite this horrible tragedy and the fact that we are at war, we remain human, and we show compassion to the innocent, and we do our best not to harm the innocent, even if it hurts us. And it's difficult to justify the hurt that it causes us, the soldiers that get hurt, the civilians that get hurt, but it's what we do. We do not hurt innocents when we can avoid it. God bless you all. I'll have an update for you later on an effort that Netivyah is doing, that we just started, to support our soldiers, and I'll talk about that in the next video. God bless you. Keep praying for the IDF, praying for the civilians, praying for the injured, praying for the captives, and praying for the innocents in Gaza as well. God bless you all.